All right. Can everybody see me? Can everybody hear me? I hope we can. I think we're good, hopefully. I think so. Anyway, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I am UndeadSick83, your governor of movie reviews. And since it's Saturday, it's time to do another video. And today we are having another live stream. It's no physical media, sadly. That's coming another time. Today is just a stream. If you want to come and chat to me, please, you're welcome. Leave me a comment or a question, whatever. And, we'll talk for as long as I can possibly manage. So I hope it's going to be fun. So feel free to come in and join the chat if you want. So let's see. I don't think we have anyone in the chat yet. Don't think so. No. Okay. Well, it's just saying that today's live stream is a little later. Everyone, it's a little later than usual. I'm like 8 o'clock, something like that, but it's 10 o'clock now. This had to do with I've been very busy today with a lot of things, so I couldn't do it sooner. Originally, I was going to do it yesterday, but I was chatting and FaceTiming with my brother, actually, so that took some time, so I wasn't able to do it yesterday, a live stream. But today I'm here, so it's hopefully it's all good. So let's see. We still have no one in the chat, I think. So I think at least. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Okay. Well, anyway, we'll wait. We'll wait. Let's see. I think.
We'll wait. Let's see.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, again, feel free to come in and chat with me and ask me questions, whatever. Oh, hey, here we are. Jerry is in the chat. Hey, Jerry. Hey, man. Hey, buddy. How are you doing? Jerry says, "Hey, brother, glad to catch your stream again." Yeah, I'm here. I'm back. It's been a busy couple of months lately. I've been on holiday, actually. COVID allowed me to go on holiday. Yay! COVID allowed me to go on holiday, so that's good. So I've been doing that. Jerry says, I believe you were going to do a live stream last night. Yes, I was, Jerry. I was. But like I said a couple of minutes ago, yesterday was very busy. I had a lot of things going on, and I've been FaceTiming and apping with my brother, actually. So that took a lot of time. So I couldn't really do it yesterday, which is why I moved the stream to today. So there is that. But no, I've been on vacation, actually. I've watched a lot of movies as well. So yeah, I've been busy. And how are you, Jerry? I hope you are doing well. I hope you are doing very well. So and by the way, I don't know what you're drinking, but cheers. I'm having some beer here. So let's see. Actually, I don't think I have it here with me. No, I don't think so. No, I don't have it. It's upstairs, but yeah, I was going to show you a couple of movies that I watched, but they're not here anymore. They're upstairs. So there is that. Let's see. Jerry is saying, I'm doing good. Thank you. Been rediscovering good old classics. Oh, really? That's cool. That's cool. Well, what kind of classics? Can you name me any examples? Like, is it horror or science fiction, action, whatever? Just let me know what you have been watching. That would be good. That would be good. I'm very curious to find out what you have been watching. So let's see, where are we? I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. So yeah, I don't have any movies here. I think no, I don't think so that I've been watching. So, but oh, there we go. That's it. So, but yeah, like I said, this is not a physical media stream. I am gonna do one down the road, possibly, because I have a lot of stuff coming. Actually, I have a lot on pre-order. I mean, if you saw my list of things I have on pre-order right now, it's pretty crazy. So I'm very excited to talk about that as well. But I still have to wait for things to arrive, and and shipping has been a major disaster. So it is what it is. Jerry is saying mostly horror. Okay, well that's always good. That's always good. For example, are you by any chance familiar with the Australian slasher film Road Games featuring Jamie Lee Curtis? Actually, I have heard about that one, but I don't think I have ever seen it. Have I seen it? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I don't think I ever watched that one. With I've watched a lot about. Of course, I watched a lot Jamie Curtis, like Jamie Lee Curtis with the Fog and Halloween, Prom Night, of course, stuff like that. But I don't think I've ever seen Road Games. I've heard about it though. I think Indicator Powerhouse Films did a release on that film. I think it was Indicator Powerhouse. So but yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it. Is it any good? Let me know if it's any good. It's that sounds very interesting, an Australian slasher film. So yeah, let me know what you thought about it. Let me know if you thought it was good. So I mean, I saw like the cast, and doesn't it have Stacy Keach in it as well? I thought so. I thought that's what I saw on like the cover art or something. So let me know. All right, so let's see, where are we? I think we're doing good. I think we're doing good. Yeah, I think so. All right. But yeah, like I was saying, I have a lot of things on pre-order. It's pretty crazy. Actually, I'm going to order a couple of things tonight as well. After I am done with this stream, I'm going to order some other things as well, so that should be good. But my list is like growing and growing and growing. It's pretty crazy. Actually, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. So yeah. Let's see. Do I have all the chats here? I think I do. Yes. I think I do. Yeah, I think I do. So Yeah, it's again, it's a very good time for physical media, and I have a lot of things on pre-order, and it's yeah, it's crazy actually. Jerry is saying Road Games is a real gem and deserves more attention, although it's getting some more lately. The creator of Wolf Creek cited it as a huge inspiration, and Quentin Tarantino named it as one of his favorites. Really, really? Okay, wow. That's a big. Um, that is big. That's big. Okay, that's very interesting. The fact that Quentin Tarantino is, saying this is one of his favorites. That's very interesting. You know what? I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna write Road Games down. Hold on. Road Games. Road Games. There you go. I'm gonna write it down. I have written it down, and so I'll find a way to check it out. Thank you, Jerry, for that recommendation. My buddy Tammy Schultz is here. She says, "Hello, my friend." Hey, Tammy. Hey, buddy. How are you doing? How are you doing? I hope you're doing very well. I haven't seen you a lot on YouTube lately, so I hope you are doing very well. I hope everything is all right with you and your family. And it's good to see you here. It's good to see you here. It's great to hear from you. It's great to hear from you. So, but yeah, again, Jerry, thank you for the recommendation. Road Games. I'm gonna check it out for sure. I'm going to check it out. That's a given. So it's with Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis. There you go. All right. I'll remember that one. Road Games. So actually, speaking of Jamie Lee Curtis, I finally got to see Halloween Kills. Actually, I finally got to see it. Halloween Kills. So, yeah. It's and you know what did I think of Halloween Kills? It's okay. It's okay. It's not the best Halloween film, to be honest. It's not, I don't know how to put it. Jerry is saying, I mean, Quentin Tarantino has probably mentioned like 1,000 titles as his all-time favorites. Yeah, he probably did. But he really helps us movie addicts find underrated, obscure stuff. Well, he absolutely did. So that's very true. And a lot of directors have probably 1,000 titles that are their favorites. Like a lot of directors probably have that. So that's fine. So, but you're right. He did help me find some very obscure things. Actually, he did help me to find some very obscure things. So, let's see. Tammy Schultz is saying, I'm doing well. A life change. I'll be back soon. I just saw you were live and wanted to pop in. Keep up the great work. I see your channel growing. See you next time. Well, thank you, Tammy. Thank you for saying that. That means a lot to me, especially coming from you. You're one of my day one subs, so that always means a lot. And a life change, that's always positive. We all need some changes in our life, at some point, right? So I hope everything works out good for you. I hope everything works out, and I hope to see you back again soon on YouTube as well. And just stay safe and healthy, and I hope everything is going to turn out, the right way for you. So, if I don't see you anymore, I'm sure I'll talk to you soon. So, Tammy, see ya, and you are great. So, but going back to Jerry, yeah, I mean, like, we I mean, there are a lot of directors who have 1,000 titles, right? That they can name, that are like inspirations and stuff. But yeah, Quentin Tarantino, he has a lot of great titles. He helped me to find some really great stuff. So yeah. Jerry is saying Halloween Kills is such a mixed bag. It's really torture porn-esque, which does not exactly correspond with true Halloween spirit. That's it. That's it right there. You hit the nail on the coffin, Jerry. You hit the nail on the coffin. That's it. That's it right there. I mean, look, I mean, the Halloween franchise it's had its ups and downs for sure. It's had its ups and downs, absolutely. But this film, Halloween Kills, I don't know, it feels out of place with the rest of the Halloween films, because if you go all the way back to Halloween, like Halloween 1, Halloween 2, stuff like that, I mean, especially the original Halloween 1 is a bloodless film. It's a very bloodless film. I mean, I think there's like one, maybe two scenes in it that have a little blood in there, but apart from that, it's a bloodless film. And the thing of it is that this movie, Halloween Kills, it takes the violence and the gore to such an extreme level. And in any other franchise, it would have been fine. But this is Halloween. This is the Halloween franchise. So I don't know. It felt very weird. It felt very off to me to have that much, violent kills and gory stuff in a Halloween film. It felt weird and off to me. So yeah, I completely agree with that. That was a real problem. That was a real problem I had with the film, and it's very strange because I really liked the 2018 Halloween. The first new Halloween with Jamie Lee Curtis from 2018, I think it was. I really liked that film. I thought that film was very good. So yeah, I'm very torn about this film with Halloween Kills. There is going to be a new one, of course. There is going to be, I think it's going to be called Halloween Ends, I think it is. Also with Jamie Lee Curtis. So I think it was called Halloween Ends. So, and hopefully, this is my hope at least. Hopefully, that will be the last chapter in this Halloween franchise. And then just, maybe they can just close all of this off and then start to move on and do other things. Because, quite frankly, I think the Halloween franchise is pretty much done. I think so. I think it's pretty much done. So, I would much rather have them go to. I think I would have liked it. I think I would like it more if they went back to Friday the 13th and did another, iteration or version of Friday the 13th. I think that would be much more interesting. Actually, I want to tell you a story, because this is very interesting. Because last year I was in Manchester at For the Love of Horror, And I actually got to meet Adrian King, who played Alice in the original Friday the 13th. Alice, the final girl. So I met Adrian King, who is a lovely person, by the way. She is a lovely person. She was so kind and nice and funny, really great. But anyway, I got to talking to Adrian King, and I got to ask her. I asked her, like, when do you think we are able to see a new Friday the 13th film? And basically she said, like, well, that's a very tricky question right now. And she's right. I mean, it is a very tricky question. I mean, like, the studios, like, fighting over the rights of Jason and the whole brand of Friday the 13th. You have these studios, like, going to war over the rights of this thing, and it's very ugly and very yuck, and it's very, I don't know, it's very it's grinding my gears, to say the least. It's grinding my gears because it's very problematic. So, as long as they are, like, in conflict, we will never see a Friday the 13th film. So basically she said, like, well, that's a tricky question. But basically I asked her, I got to ask her, like, if they came to you, because I was talking to her about, we have Halloween now, we have Halloween, the 2018 film. That's a direct sequel from the original Halloween. The rest doesn't exist. Jamie Lee Curtis is back. If they asked you to do such a film, would you be willing to return to the role as Alice, basically? That's what I asked her. Would you be willing to return to play Alice? And basically she said this to me. She said, you know what? If Laurie Strode can survive this long, then Alice can survive as well. So basically that's a yes. Basically that's a yes. If she ever got asked, if they ever asked her to be like, do you want to come back and play Alice in this sort of direct sequel to the original Friday the 13th, she would probably say yes. So fingers crossed, and hopefully that will happen someday. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Let's see. What do we have? Did I miss any chats? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Okay, I didn't think so. Yeah. So, where was I? Halloween Kills is a very mixed bag indeed. And it's very bizarre because like I said, I really liked the 2018 Halloween. So, it is what it is. They can't all be winner. Not every movie can be a winner, I guess. So, it is what it is. But again, like I said, I hope that Halloween Ends is the final chapter of the Halloween franchise. I hope that will be, we've had so many Halloween movies now. Just close it off, make one final movie with Halloween Ends, and then just, have it be done. I think, to be honest, I think we're a bit fed up with Michael Myers at this point. So yeah. Jerry is saying, thank you for sharing the details of your encounter with Adrian King. she's one of those lovely people who just makes you 100% sure they are the sweetest soul in real life. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's absolutely, that's absolutely true. Sophie's Retro Revival is here. Hey, Sophie. Hey, just here to say a quick hello. Hope you are well. Well, thank you, Sophie. Thank you for being here. And I'm doing quite all right, actually. Like I said before, there is a physical media live stream coming somewhere down the line. I'm just waiting for a lot of things to arrive because I have so many things on pre-order. It's insane. So I'll have to wait for those things to arrive. But I'm doing very well. I'm doing very good, and I hope you are doing as well. I hope you and Jason are both doing very good, because you and Jason are great people. So I hope you are doing good, Sophie. I hope you're doing good. And thank you for dropping in. Thank you for dropping in. That always means a lot. That always means a lot. So yeah, Jerry, going back to your comment there. Yeah, I mean, Adrienne King was great. She was great to meet and to talk to, and such like you said, such a lovely person. Just so very kind and laid back and funny, and she's so graceful with her fans as well. She's so amazing with her fans as well. Like, she talked to people for like, I think she talked to like most people for about like 10 to 15 minutes, which is really big, really big. So yeah, she was amazing. And again, I hope someday she will be back to play Alice. So Sophie's retro revival. I'm doing well, and Jason had a great day today. Went to 11 plus charity shops today. Got some great pickups. He came down to see me for the day. Oh well, there you go. That's great, Sophie. That's great. He went to 11 charity shops. That's wow. That's big. That's great. 11 charity shops. Wow. I mean, that was like, I don't know if I could do that. That would take a lot out of me, actually, I think. But that's great. And it's great that he has some great pickups, and I'm looking forward to that video. I'm looking forward to Jason showing all of his new stuff. So and it's great that he spent the day with you. It's great that it's great that the two of you are so are so great. It's yeah. Sophie's Retro Revival. Yeah, it was a long day, but we had fun. I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. So and send my give Jason my greet Jason for me. Say hello to Jason for me, please. It's because I really like Jason. I like his channel. It's so much fun to watch his videos. It's Jason is great. Jason is great. He has a great channel. So, and he makes a lot of fun videos. So yeah. But it's great that you had a good day. That's fantastic. So Jerry is saying, I think Adrienne King is right. If Laurie Strode survived all that, then why can't Alice be as tough? Yeah, I mean, that's basically it, right? That's basically it, right? So, I'm keeping my hopes up. Like I said, fingers crossed, and I'll just, I hope that someday, it will happen, and that we will, and that we will get Alice back on screen. But if the studios would just solve all of this stupid fighting over movie rights. It's irritating. It's irritating. Sophie's Retro Revival is saying, he really is one in a million. Lucky to have him in my life. Well, you should be. You should be, Sophie. You should be lucky, because it's I can speak from experience. It's not easy finding the right person that is like that belongs to you, or that belongs to you. But it's not easy finding the right person that is like in tone with you, as a partner. So yeah, that's not easy. I can testify to that. So being 39, I mean, I'm turning 39 and still being single. So it's it's not easy. So you should praise yourself lucky, Sophie. Really, you should praise yourself lucky, and Jason as well, right? Jason as well. So the two of you should be, you should be very happy to be together. So yeah. Let's see. Sophie's Retro Revival. She says, yeah, I wasn't a fan of Halloween Kills. The Evil Dies Tonight whole saga done my head in. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a tough film. It's tough, and it's it's a really mixed bag for me. It's a very mixed bag, and and this is coming from someone. Look, I mean, I love Halloween. I think Halloween has some fantastic films, but this one just wasn't it. This one just didn't do it for me, and it's a real shame. It's a real shame. That's all. Let's see. Jerry is saying, you're absolutely right. Halloween Kills feels out of place. It absolutely does. It absolutely does. Feels out of place. However, I have to admit that I sort of liked that it tried to be creative. The end result, though, is rather weird and overcooked. Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, if you want to try new things, that's fine. That's fine. I'm always for that. I'm always for that. If you want to try new things, go right ahead. Be as creative as you want. Be as creative as you want. But you have to adhere. You have to be respectful to the other, mythology and the other tropes and storylines that have already been set up in the previous films. That's your one thing. That's your one thing. You have to stick within the parameter that Halloween has set up. As long as you stick within that parameter of characters and story and all of that, then you can do whatever you want. Be as creative as you want. I that's fine. But Halloween Kills they just couldn't make it work. They just couldn't make it work, and it's a shame. It's a shame, but it is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. It's not every movie can be successful, I guess. So yeah. Let's see. Jerry is saying, on the one hand, I hate the fact that all of those court battles prevent us from getting a new Friday the 13th outing for over a decade. At the same time, I hope it prevented us from getting a rushed and disappointing one. Yeah, I mean, that's the other side of it, right? That's the other side of it. And you're right, actually. I think the last Friday the 13th movie, that was 2009, I think it was, right? I think so. I think it was 2009. I think it was. That was the insanely horrible reboot, right? I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. So yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right, Jerry. It has two sides. There are two sides to it. Like you said, on the one hand, it's a real bummer that we haven't been getting a new Friday the 13th. But on the other hand, if they give us a new Friday the 13th, then you at least want it to be good, right? You at least want it to be good. Give us a good Friday the 13th movie, and I guess that's where the slippery slope is. I guess that's where the slippery slope is. I guess so. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Let's see. Jerry is saying you are correct. It was the spring of 2009. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. And it wasn't enjoyable. No, it wasn't. To be honest, I can't even remember that film. I don't even remember anything about it. So yeah, that says it all. I think that says it all. So yeah, just not very good. Not very good, but it's so but I want to go back to something you said earlier, Jerry, because what you said, Adrian King is right. If Laurie Strode survived all of that, then why can't Alice be as tough, right? And that's what I hope, really. That's kind of my hope. That's what I want. If they ever do a Friday the 13th movie, then I kind of wish that they are doing it in the same way that Halloween has done, with the 2018 version. Just skip over all of those sequels. Just have the original Friday the 13th, and then just create a new original standalone sequel. That's what I hope. That's what I want, and I hope that they can get Adrian King in that one. I hope that they can get Adrian King, and that Alice will be back in that film. If it ever happens, if it ever happens again. So yeah. But it's just very frustrating, Jerry. Like you said, with all of these court battles and stuff, it's really frustrating, and it is what it is. I guess there's we can't do anything about it except wait. All we can do is wait right now. So it is what it is. It's we'll have to wait and see what they do. If they do anything, we'll have to wait. So yeah. Let's see. Did I get all of the chats here? I think I did. I think I did. I think I got all the chats. Yeah, I think so. All right. So, okay. Yeah. But all right, so Road Games from Jamie Lee Curtis. Do you know that, Jerry? I think, by the way, I think it was on Indicator or Powerhouse, right? I think it was. I think it was. I'll check it out. I'll see. Right. Did I miss any chats here? I don't think so. Let's see. Jerry is saying, I wonder if Adrienne King has been keeping in contact with other cast members. The lady who played Brenda is no longer with us, sadly. She passed away from cancer in 2007. Yes, I know that actually. I know that the actress that played Brenda, she is dead. Yes, unfortunately. And yeah, I think it was like what it was like, wasn't it like brain cancer or something? I think something like that. Anyway, but yeah, cancer. She died from cancer, sadly. Actually, I got the idea that she wasn't really in contact with her fellow cast members, because I don't know if you remember this, Jerry. I don't know if you remember this, but after shooting Friday the 13th, part 1 and part 2, because remember, she was in part 2 as well at the start, where she gets killed by Jason in this completely ridiculous way. But anyway, so that's there. But after shooting Friday the 13th 1 and 2, Adrienne King got a stalker. She said this multiple times. Adrienne King got a stalker after doing Friday the 13th part 1 and 2, and it got really bad. It got very bad. And basically what she did was she decided that she was going to move away from acting for a long time. And it's only since the last couple of years that she has sort of started to reappear in a couple of things. So she has been out of the picture for a very long time, which is very understandable, of course. But she has been out of the picture for a long time, and I don't think she has kept in touch with any of her other cast members. I don't think so. At least she didn't mention it. So, because, like I said, she kind of moved away from that part of her life for a very long time. So, I don't know, but I didn't get the impression that she was talking to other people from the movie anymore. So, and it's yeah. So I really don't know. So. Let's see. Did I miss any chats here? I think I got all of them. Yeah, I think I do. I think I got all of them there. I think so. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Oh, Jerry. Jerry is saying, sure, I am aware that Adrienne King had a stalker. Apparently, it was a real traumatic experience. Yes, I mean the way that she was talking about it doesn't sound very pleasant. It sounds very unpleasant. So I can really understand why she would move away from all of that stuff. So I can really see that, because that's a bit disturbing to me. So I really felt for Adrienne King, and but I mean, it's been so many years, and she's doing conventions now, and like I said, she is starting to do some little things here and there. So she is kind of stepping back into the light, so to speak. So yeah, maybe that will, and maybe stepping back into the light into the public. Maybe that will help her eventually with getting in touch with whatever studio is going to do a new Friday the 13th film, if it ever is going to happen at all. But yeah, but it was very unpleasant. From what I gathered from Adrian King, it was very unpleasant, and it was bad. It was bad, really bad. So let's see. Jerry continues saying, "Isn't it funny how Kevin Bacon, being the big star he is today, avoids being associated with Friday the 13th, yet admits that the most requested poster for him to sign is for Friday the 13th. Yeah. I mean, if you look at horror movies, right? I mean, a lot of people who are very famous now actually got started in horror movies. So, Brad Pitt was in a slasher, I believe it was. What's the other one? There was another one. Oh boy. Drawing a complete blank here. There was another one. Jennifer Aniston was in what was it again? Leprechaun. That's what it was. Jennifer Aniston was in Leprechaun of all movies. Seth Green was in Ticks. Stuff like that. So, George Clooney was in Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, right? I think it was Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. But Tom Hanks as well. Yeah, Brad Pitt. Yeah. So it's very funny. It's very funny. And Kevin Bacon is a household name now. So, it's really crazy. So it's and Kevin Bacon is actually a pretty damn good actor. So, but it's so funny how he is like the only actor from like the Friday the 13th that actually got to be very successful, which is really weird. It's really weird. So, let's see. George Clooney, Tom Hanks. Jerry is saying that Brad Pitt also had a chance to star in A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. That's true. The Dutch film buff is here. Hey, man. Hey, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well. I hope everything's all right with you. Thank you for dropping in, by the way. Thank you for dropping in. That always means a lot. The Dutch film buff is saying George Clooney, Jennifer Aniston, Tom Hanks. Yes, all of them. Return to Horror High. That's what it was. Yes, that's what it was. Thank you, Dutch film buff. Dutch film buff also says Johnny Depp, of course. Yeah, again, Johnny Depp in Nightmare on Elm Street, of all people, of all films. Nightmare on Elm Street. So, yeah, I mean, it's crazy. You have all of these very famous actors that are that got started in horror movies, a genre which is, most of the time is pretty much frowned upon, by a lot of people. So, it's very funny. It's very funny. So, yeah. Jerry is saying George Clooney's first actual film was unfinished horror sequel, Grizzly 2. Oh, that's what it was. Yes, that's what it was. Which also was the screen debut for Laura Dern and Charlie Sheen. Right there, that's it. Yeah. It was completed and released a couple of years ago. Yeah, that's true. I forgot that one. That's true. And Dutch film buff says, "Cool, never seen that one." It's been a long time since I've seen that one, actually. But of course, I mean, we know George Clooney for much bigger things now. Same as Laura Dern, and everybody knows Charlie Sheen at this point. So it is it's pretty crazy. Like I said, given the fact that the horror genre is frowned upon for a lot of people, it's really bizarre how all of these big names have come out of horror films and stuff. So yeah, it's quite interesting. Let's see. Did I forget any chats here? I think I got them all. Yeah, I think I got them all. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, and what were you saying? Return to Horror High. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen that one as well, actually. I have to find a way to... I have to find that one. Let's see. The Dutch film buff says, wasn't DiCaprio in one of the Critters flicks? Yes, that's the one. Yes. I don't know in which Critters film. I don't know if it's like, I think there have been 4, right? I think there have been 4 movies, Critter films. So I don't know which one of those films, one of those 4. But yes, that's true. Dutch film buff. He was in one of the Critters films. Yes, absolutely. So again, and now Leonardo DiCaprio is like in Django Unchained and The Wolf of Wall Street and The Revenant, and just it's really insane. Let's see. The Dutch film buff says 5th one a couple of years ago. Has there been a 5th one? Really? I thought there were always 4. I thought there were 4, but okay. My memory isn't always perfect. So on that account, my memory isn't always up to speed with those things. So, but the 5th one, okay. Well, there you go. That's the one then. So. But again, like I said, Wolf of Wall Street, Django, The Revenant, Wolf of Wall Street, it's like he is now like he is now in like top drawer, movies and stuff. It's really insane, really crazy. It's pretty bizarre. And it just goes to show you that there's nothing wrong with doing a horror film. There's nothing wrong with doing a horror film. So it can, if anything, it can like really kickstart your career. Especially in the 70s and 80s. So nothing wrong with doing a horror film. Let's see. The Dutch film buff says there is a logic to that. Horror films could be produced cheaply and didn't need well-known actors. Great starting point for young actors and directors for the horror genre. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, look at someone like Steven Spielberg, for example. Look at Steven Spielberg. I mean, he got started with. It was Jewel basically, but it was Jewel, and then the Great Train. No, it wasn't the Great Train Robbery. I forgot that one. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, he did 2 like small films, and then he did Jaws, which is a horror film. So I mean, that's one of the best horror films ever made with Jaws. And you had people like Robert Shaw and Richard Dreyfuss and Roy Scheider and people like that. But still, young director, it's a horror film. And Steven Spielberg was 25 when he directed that one. He was 25. So yeah. The Dutch Film Buff says Sugarland Express. That's the one. Thank you, Dutch Film Buff. Thank you. I had it on the tip of my tongue. I couldn't think of the name. So, but Sugarland Express. That's the one. Yeah. So that's the one. And Jerry agrees with it. Yeah. Yeah. So Sugarland Express. And but again, young director, Steven Spielberg, he made Jaws when he was 25 years old. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. So Jerry is saying, going from Critters 3 to starring in Titanic in less than a decade is pretty impressive if you ask me. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's very true. That's very true. That's very true. So, so I guess it was Critters 3 then. I guess it was number 3 then. Okay. Well, anyway, I didn't like that franchise very well. So, but again, going from that to Titanic is that's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive, actually. So, let's see. The Dutch Film Buff says one of Clint Eastwood's first features was Tarantula, in which he could be seen briefly as a jet pilot. Great monster film. Absolutely, it is a great monster film. Actually, I have that film on Blu-ray. I have the 101 films version, actually, from 101 films. Yeah, that's what it was. That I have that version, and it's a great monster film. It's a great monster film. Actually, Arrow Video has released a box set of black and white monster films, produced by Sam Katzman, and it's called Cold War Creatures, I think it is. But it's a box with, I think there are 5 black and white monster films in there. It looks very interesting, but yeah, it's a pretty steep box though. It's a lot of money, so I don't know if I'm gonna get it. But you're right, Dutch Film Buff. I mean, even Clint Eastwood has started in a black and white monster movie. So, there you go. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. Jerry is saying, have you heard what Dario Argento has been up to lately? I was very surprised and excited. You are talking about Dark Glasses. Yes. I have seen the trailer, actually. I have seen the trailer. I think it's called Dark Glasses or Black Glasses. One of the two, Dark Glasses or Black Glasses. But I've seen the trailer. It looks freaking awesome. It looks fantastic, and I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. Now, I don't know if it's going to be in Dutch cinemas. I don't know if they're going to release it here in Holland. I don't know, but I really want to see it because it looks really, really good. And I had no idea. I had no idea. I thought he was, just enjoying retirement, but apparently he's not. And it's quite amazing, like Dario Argento is coming out of retirement. He's doing a new movie. David Cronenberg is coming out of retirement and he's making a new movie. This year in June, I'm going to see Crimes of the Future. Crimes to the Future? I think it was Crimes to the Future. But I'm going to see the new David Cronenberg film this year, which is pretty insane to me. It's pretty insane to me. I'm really excited. I'm really excited. So, but again, I don't know if it's going to be released here in Holland. Dark Glasses. dark glasses, black glasses, one of the two. But yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited. So, the Dutch Film Buff says my collection is old, so I own it on DVD in a great sci-fi box. Okay, well there you go. That's another way to get it. Dutch Film Buff says, no, is he doing another Giallo? Yes, he is, and it's called Dark Glasses, Black Glasses, one of the two. But anyway, I hope it will be good. Dutch Film Buff says, I hope it will be good. That last Dracula thing he did wasn't that good. No, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true, actually. That's true. That wasn't that good. Dutch Film Buff says, I don't think it will be released over here in theaters, Argento. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. That's what I'm kind of afraid of. So, I guess I'll just wait until it arrives on Blu-ray, I guess. I think I'll just wait for it to arrive on Blu-ray when it comes out, I think. Let's see. Jerry is saying, actually, no, I'm not talking about Dario Argento's new film as a director. I'm talking about Dario Argento's new film as a star. Oh, really? He starred in an art house drama as an old man who suffers from dementia. Wow, really? Really? That's interesting. I have to look that up. I didn't know that as well. I didn't know that. I have to look that up. I'll look that up. That's a good one. I'll look it up. I'll write that down. Hold on. One moment. Dario Argento. Okay, there you go. I wrote it down. So that sounds very interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to look that up. That should be very exciting. Jerry says, it's written and directed by Gaspar Noé, or it's a French name. Is it? I think it is, right? Gaspar. Anyway, Gaspar Noé, the creator of the infamous shocker Irreversible. Okay, so he is directing it. Okay, and written and directed. Okay, I'll write that down. Hold on, I'll write it down. All right, there you go. I've written it down. So it's written and directed by the guy who created Irreversible, which I have on physical media, actually. So, but that sounds very interesting, very exciting. I'm gonna look that up. Dutch Film Buff says, "Cool." Yeah, it is cool. But again, it's like it's really remarkable. All of these guys coming out of retirement to do films. Again, in June, I'm going to see the new David Cronenberg film. Dario Argento apparently has 2 new films, Dark Glasses or Black Glasses, and apparently one he's acting in. So it's really great that all of these old directors, veteran directors are coming back to do more movies, So, I don't know if I can't see David Lynch doing that, though. I can't see David Lynch doing that, unfortunately, because he was very adamant about, when he went into retirement, he was very adamant that he wasn't coming back. So, it's Dutch Film Buff. Yeah, the Dutch Film Buff. He says, Noé also did Climax, Sul contre tout, I think it is. I'm terrible with names. And Enter the Void. He's a big name. Yeah, I know. He's a very big name. So, and you know what? I like his movies. I like his movies. I mean, I've seen Irreversible, of course. I've seen Love. Love. I think Love is his as well. The the romantic erotic drama film. Love is what it's called. I think that was his as well. So I saw that. So I think he does some really great stuff. I still have to see Climax because that movie looks really really good. Um, but yeah, he's a pretty big name. That's for sure. That's for sure. Absolutely. So Jerry is saying, does Cronenberg's upcoming film have a release date in Holland yet? It premieres at Cannes in a couple of weeks. Actually, yes, it has a release date. And it's going to be released in June of this year. I don't know which date it's going to be. I don't know the day or like what day it is, but whether it's June the 5th or June the 20th or whatever, I don't know that. I do know it's going to be released in June this year in cinemas in Holland. So that's only like 2 months away. So I'm very excited about it. Very, very excited about it. Very excited about it. And it's basically a remake of his own film, right? Because here's the funny thing. Crime to the Future was actually one of the first films David Cronenberg made, and it was a short film. I think it was only like 50 minutes long. I think it was something like that, 45 50 minutes. So it was a short film, Crimes to the Future. It's one of the first films he did before he made his really big pictures. So when he got out of retirement, he basically announced that he was going to do a full length cinematic universe, full length cinematic film of Crimes to the Future, which is really exciting. I can't wait. So the Dutch film buff says, and Daniel Radcliffe will be playing Weird Al Yankovic in a strange biopic. Could be cool as well. I haven't heard about that one, actually. I haven't heard about that one. I have to say I'm not the biggest fan of Daniel Radcliffe, to be honest. I mean, he is Harry Potter, of course, but I mean, he is Harry Potter. You can't take that away from him. But apart from that, I'm not the biggest Daniel Radcliffe fan. But it sounds interesting. So maybe it will be good. We'll if there is a trailer, I will check it out. If there is a trailer, I'll check it out. So, but it's I haven't really heard anything about that before. So, let's see. Jerry is saying, I suspect that this might be the final film by David Cronenberg because it's a nice way to finish a glorious film career by naming your final film the same as your sophomore effort. Yeah, I think that's pretty much accurate. I think you are on the. I think you hit the nail on the coffin right there, Jerry. I think so. I think you might be right about that. And also because the reason that David Cronenberg went into retirement was because he didn't like how the politics of Hollywood had become. He didn't like all of the political games that were taking place in the film industry, and that's one of the big reasons that he decided, I'm just going to quit. I'm going to retire now. But the fact that he has been able to the fact that he came out of retirement to make this film, I think this is just a nice way, like you said, I think this is a nice way of wrapping things up, doing one last, glorious, like you said, glorious film, the way he used to make films back in the day. And then basically, as a last hooray, basically. I think you're right about that. This is probably going to be David Cronenberg's swan song. I really think so. I think you might be right about that. So, yeah. The Dutch Film Buff says there is a teaser out, and yes, there is a teaser out actually, Jerry. So you can watch the first trailer of Crimes to the Future. So if you're interested, try to find that teaser on YouTube. You can watch it. So let's see. The Dutch Film Buff is saying, I did like Map to the Stars, and even that strange movie he did with Pattinson. Oh boy, what was that called again? Oh boy. Oh man, what was that called again? That film. I'm really terrible in it. I don't know. But Map to the Stars wasn't really my thing. Really, it wasn't really my thing, to be honest. I quite liked Eastern Promises. I thought that was a pretty good film, actually. I thought that was a pretty good film, actually. Eastern Promises. So that was a pretty good film. Map of the Stars wasn't really my thing, to be honest. So Dutch Film Buff is saying it's on the tip of my tongue. Really, it's on the tip of my tongue. It was something with. It was something with politics or whatever, whatever it was. Dutch Film Buff. Oh, Dutch Film Buff is saying Cosmopolitan. That's what it was. Cosmopolitan. Thank you. Ugh, tip of my tongue, really. Cosmopolitan. That's what it was, right? And it was basically, I think that whole movie was taking place in a limousine, right? The whole movie was basically like taking place in a limousine, I think it was. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty weird movie, actually. It's not really my cup of tea, to be honest. Not really my cup of tea. But like I said, I did like Eastern Promises. I feel like he lost his touch a little bit after he moved away from all of the body horror stuff. I mean, that's what he's good at. That's what he's really good at. So I'm really glad that he is doing another one of those as, his possibly final film. So I'm really glad that he came back to that genre. So, but you're right. It was Cosmopolitan. Yes. Jerry is saying, speaking of veteran directors, I really hope for Brian De Palma to come back for at least one last time with something impressive or at least worthwhile. Yeah, I mean, Brian De Palma I really love Brian De Palma. I really love Brian De Palma, especially the old stuff like, Carrie and the Fury and Sisters and Dressed to Kill, of course. I really like those films. What was the other one again? Ghosts of Mars or something. I really like that film as well. But lately his films have not been, lately his films have not been that great, to be honest. So it's I hope he will return at some point to make a film again, but really a good one. I want a really good film from Brian De Palma, because I really like Brian De Palma, but his most recent stuff is not that great. It's not that great. So the Dutch film buff is saying, I actually like that remake De Palma did of that French film. Yeah, what was it called again? He did Passion, Femme Fatale, I think it was. He did a film with Carice van Guy Pearce and Carice van Houten. What was it again? Destroyer, something like that. He did that. I've forgotten. Jerry is saying Ghost of Mars is the one by John Carpenter. Oh, right. De Palma's Mission to Mars. That's it. Mission to Mars. Yeah, I got confused. But yeah, Mission to Mars. I actually quite like that film. I think that film is pretty good. Mission to Mars. So that's what it was. Yeah, Mission to Mars. I actually I like that film. I thought that film was pretty good. Let's see. The Dutch film buff says Blowout, Buddy Double, Raising Cane, my three favorites. I haven't seen the Carice and Guy one. Yeah, that's not a very good one as well. I mean, it's not a very good film, to be honest. I don't know. It felt like one of those 90s TV action films that were basically direct to DVD or direct to video. That kind of stuff. It felt like that, and it wasn't really that good. So yeah, but as for you, Dutch film buff, a Blowout, Buddy Double, Raising Cane. Yeah, Buddy Double is a really good one. Blowout is good as well. Raising Cane is not really my cup of tea. But I can see why people like it. But it's not really my cup of tea. So, but Buddy Double and Blowout are really good. Yeah. Let's see. Jerry is saying Cosmopolitan takes place in a limousine. Yeah. Oh yeah. I thought so. That Cronenberg already had a film where much of the action takes place inside of cars or besides cars. Yeah. That's yeah. I mean, that's probably true. Yeah. I don't know. It's not really my cup of tea, to be honest. Cosmopolitan. I don't know. I don't really care for that film that much. And let's see. The Dutch film buff says that's not good. No, it's not. It's not that good. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, I hope that Brian De Palma comes back. I mean, I like I said, I really like Brian De Palma, so I hope he will come back and do a really great film. But we'll have to wait and see. Let's see. The Dutch film buff says, I like Raising Cane because it's almost like a spoof or parody on and off his own work. Everything is exaggerated in that film. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Maybe that's the reason I don't like it that much. Maybe that's the reason that I don't like it that much, because I'm not really into parody or spoof movies. They are not my thing. They're not for me. So maybe that was the problem, that I don't like spoof and parody films. So maybe that's why I didn't like it. But I can see why people like it, because it has John Lithgow in it, of all people, of course. I mean, and John Lithgow is great, so it has that going for it. So you know, um, Jerry says, by the way, I rewatched Carrie just a few days ago. Sorry, I rewatched Carrie just a few days ago. What a ride! So thrilling and dramatic, purest cinema. Absolutely, couldn't agree more. Absolutely, it's a fantastic film. It's a fantastic film, and you know what? It's a film that is very dear to me as well, on a personal level. On a personal level, that movie is very special to me as well, because I can relate to Carrie. It sounds very weird, but I can relate to Carrie because I know what it's like to be, I know what it's like to be beaten down and to be bullied for, you know for years and years and years, because as a lot of you know, I have been bullied through, most of my childhood. So I can really relate to Carrie in that way, because I know what it's like to, to be kicked at and to be beaten down, and to, you know really be bullied in a very bad way for years and years and years. So I can really relate to the character of Carrie. So that's why it's a very special movie, to me, on a personal level as well. On a personal level, but you're absolutely right, Jerry. It's fantastic. I love that film. I can watch that film over and over again. It's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And just Sissy Spacek in that film is absolutely phenomenal, I think. Um so let's see. The Dutch film buff says, I love Litgo. I was 13 or 14 years old when Racing came to the video stores, and I was already a fan of Harry and the Hendersons back then. Love him as a bad guy. Yeah, I know. He's great. He's great. John Lithgow is great. And speaking of bad guys, I mean, John Lithgow appearing in season 4 of Dexter as, Arthur Mitchell, I think it was. Anyway, Trinity Killer. One of the creepiest guys I have ever seen on TV or in film. So John Lithgow is great. He is great. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. Jerry says, there hardly is a more powerful film about bullying than Carrie. Sure, I do know how you went through this horrible experience. Well, I mean, yeah, it's, but yeah, it's true. And, in that regard, Carrie is a very special film to me, on a personal level for that reason, because just I know what it feels like, and, so I can really relate to Carrie. So, I wish, I wish I would have had, telekinetic powers, but it is what it is. Sadly, I don't. Otherwise, I would have taken revenge at the prom. Not that I have been to the prom or anything, but you know what I mean. Um, but yeah, um, Dutch film buff says, haha. The Dutch film buff says, I have never seen Dexter. Sorry. Oh, okay. Well, you've never seen Dexter. Okay. It's, well, it's a very good show, but it's an interesting show because I think it's it's a TV show. It's not for everyone, probably, because the way that Dexter is choosing his victims and deals with his victims is just sometimes that's a pretty rough watch. So it's not for everyone, but I loved it. I thought Dexter was a great show, and John Lithgow he was phenomenal in season 4. I think it was season 4. Yeah, season 4. So yeah, maybe you should check it out. Anyway, Dutch film buff. Maybe you should check it out. And check out the first season at least. Check out the first season because it's really good. It's really good. It's not for everyone, but it's really good. So maybe you should just watch the first season. Just give it a shot. You might like it. So let's see. How are we with the time here? All right. I think I'm going to go for 5 more minutes, guys. I think I'm going to go for 5 more minutes because my throat is really starting to get a little bit, So I'm going to go for 5 more minutes and then I'm going to end the stream, okay? So let's see. The Dutch film buff says, I was never really bullied, but I did get comments on my ginger-colored hair. Of course, when I was young, kids are mean. They can be. They can be very mean. That's true. They can be very mean. So, let's see. Jerry is saying, instead of having telekinetic powers, you found the power to survive and recover. Carrie is a controversial character, by the way. I've seen people who can't relate to her because she killed too many people. That's true. I mean, that's absolutely true. And it's I've never had the thought of like actually hurting people like that. I've never had those thoughts of like, now I'm gonna find all of these people that used to bully me and I'm gonna do horrible things to them. I never thought that, but I don't know, it would have been nice to would have been able to get back at them at least a little bit. Sometimes I wish I could have gotten back at them at least a little bit, but but what you are saying, Jerry, you found power to survive and recover. Thank you for saying that. That means a lot to me. Thank you for saying that. And yes, I have, and it hasn't been an easy road. It's not an easy road. I can tell you that. It hasn't been easy, but yeah, I'm still here, and I'm really happy to be. So, but thank you for saying that, Jerry. Thank you for saying that. That means a lot. That means a lot. So thank you. Let's see, where are we here? Did I have all of the comments? I think so. I think I have all of the comments. Let's see, how long are we now? Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go for 3 more minutes, okay? And then I'm gonna close off the stream because my throat is starting to get a little, so. Let's see. Jerry is saying, I strongly disagree with those who say Carrie is a villain and not a victim. They miss that the prom massacre was not a conscious act. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. That's true. Absolutely. It's, she had no control over her powers, right? she had these powers, but she wasn't able to control them. She couldn't control all that stuff. Of course, which that ties all back into how the film is ending with Carrie basically bringing down the house and basically taking everything with her to basically to hell, basically. So it's yeah, I mean, it's absolutely, she had no control over her powers. So let's see. Dutch Film Buff is saying Jerry has his own channel. I don't know, Jerry. I don't think you do. Do you? I don't think you have. Do you? Jerry is saying I do not, but I'm about to start one very soon. Thank you for asking. Oh, really, Jerry? Oh, really? Okay. Well, as soon as you start, or as soon as you are like busy doing videos, let me know, and I'll subscribe to you. I'll subscribe to you. So let me know as soon as you are, making videos. Okay, let me know, because I will subscribe to you. That's great. That's great, man, that you are starting your own channel. That's amazing. That's really cool. So let's see. Jerry is saying Dress to Kill is a shameless exercise of style, of substance, a fantastic one at that. Yeah, I mean, Dress to Kill is really wonderful. It is really something. It is really something. It is a wonderful piece of art. It really is. It's a great piece of art, and it's really great. Absolutely. So the Dutch Film Buff says, let me know, I will sub. Okay, well, there you go. Jerry says, I will. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. No, of course, man. Of course. I mean, you are here on my channel, talking to me right now. So, that means a lot as well. So just let me know as soon as you get started, and I'll subscribe to you. Absolutely. So yeah. So the Dutch Film Buff says, I own a Dutch rental tape of Dress to Kill. Very cool. Okay, well, that's really cool. That's really cool. I have the Blu-ray on Arrow. I have the Arrow release on Blu-ray. So, but it's a great film. It's a great film. So yeah. So guys, I'm sorry to have to cut things short, but my throat is really starting to get irritated. So, and I talked for an hour and a half. So I'm just gonna close off this live stream. Okay. So I would like to thank everybody. Oh, let's see. Jerry is saying something. I own the original poster for Dress to Kill. Oh, really? That's cool. That's very cool. That's very cool. There you go. Very cool. Very cool, Jerry. That's great. But yeah, again, I'm just going to close off this live stream. To everybody, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you, Sophie. Thank you, Dutch Film Buff. Thank you, Jerry, for being here. It always means a lot to me when you come and chat with me or leave comments or ask questions. This community is great, and it's always great to discuss and argue and talk about films with other movie fans and geeks. So because I think we're all geeks, I think, which is a good thing. So anyway, thank you very much for tuning in and watching this. I will be back with more videos as soon as possible, of course, as always. Stay safe and healthy, everyone. Let's see. There are a couple of more comments coming in. Jerry is saying, thank you for another glorious live stream. You're welcome, Jerry. You're welcome. Sophie's Retro Revival says, take care. Take care, Sophie. Take care. And give my, say hello to Jason for me. The Dutch Film Buff says, guys, very nice meeting you, and I will drop in more often. Thank you, Dutch Film Buff. You know, you're always welcome here to talk about films and discuss films and stuff. My next live stream is probably going to be about physical media. You know, I'm going to show you what I got for the last couple of months. So that's coming up probably. Probably next month or something like that. Anyway, but you're always welcome here. You're always welcome. Movie recommendation of the day is Mass. I'll remember that one. By Sophie, Dutch Film Bus says, Jerry, by the Dutch Film Buff. Thanks for dropping in tonight. Bye, Dutch. Catch you on Garrett's stream. Okay. Anyway, I think I got everyone. Yeah, I think I got everyone. So again, everyone, thank you for tuning in and for watching and for leaving comments and questions. I'll be back with more videos as soon as possible. Stay safe and healthy as always. Have a great weekend, everybody. And I'll talk to you guys and see you guys. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.